Thank you, Richard. Good evening, everybody. I'm so sorry I was late. I had a glitch with my computer. Hope everyone's all right this evening. We are doing an hour of mediumship for you. Well, I am. So if you want to say hello, that's fine. You've seen me before, and I'm Irene. Okay. Right. I'll just briefly explain hello, explain how I work. If I give you a message, could you just go with me? If you can't take the message, please just say so. Right. Hello, Gemma from Nottinghamshire. I'm on the borders, sweetheart. I know exactly where you are. Right. Okay. Let me see. Oh, beautiful cat. Oh, absolutely. Gorgeous. Right. I've got a gentleman coming up. Hi, Kath from Spain. And Tony. Right. Okay. I've got a gentleman coming up, and this. Oh, hi, Chris from South Africa. Wow, beautiful picture. This 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 gentleman that's coming forward for me, he was a military gentleman, and he's telling me he was a red cap, which I know is military police, and he's about 5'8", 5'10" tall. And he's very smartly dressed, and he's telling me often for slouching I should be sitting up straight. Now, I know that we've just had bonfire night, but this gentleman is saying that he liked to have the fireworks and he liked to be with the bonfires. So I don't know if he helped doing the bonfires or if he actually organized them or something like that. So, and he's giving me the name of William. I don't know if it's his name, but he's giving me the name of William, and he's also giving me the name of Jack. Okay. Good morning. Right, and I'm getting very short of breath. So if it's not this gentleman, there would be somebody here on Earth plane or spirit side that would have actually have either a problem with in the heart and lung area or have something like asthma or COPD or something like that, because I'm feeling very breathless and I can't get my breath properly. Okay, so is there anybody that can take this gentleman, please? Okay, I'll go a bit more. Right, he had he's talking about a family of 5. You resonate, Paige. Okay, thank you. He's talking about a family of 5. That would be either 4 siblings plus himself, or there would be mum and dad and 3 children. And he's also got a younger energy spirit side with him, who is growing up in spirit. He's met up, and he's also met up with grandma and granddad and his uncle and auntie. So there's he's with these lovely people in spirit. Good evening, Helen. He wasn't an old age when he passed to spirit. I'm going between 40 and 60. Hi, Daniela. Not seen you for a while. Hope you're well, darling. And he's just wanting to connect with his family. So if nobody can take this gentleman, I will ask him to step to one side and I'll go on to my next one. Hi, Lisa. Right, okay, so nobody can take him. I'll ask him to go to one side, and I'll ask him to stay there in case somebody comes on with him. So I'll just go on to my next one, because just behind him I've got a lady that stands, and the lady is, oh, she was a character, very fun-loving, full of life. You couldn't keep her still. She had so much in spirit. Daniela, he was a military man, this gentleman, and he was the Red Caps. He was military police. So, Jan, you recognise the name Jack, and you have a chest complaint. Can you take William, Jan, please? And can you take the military? Okay, sweetheart, thank you. Right. I want to come back to this lady that's just stood to one side waiting patiently. Uh, she I was a character. I had all everything to go for, and I was full of life, and I liked to enjoy myself, and I was always laughing. I wasn't very tall, and I had a nice covering. I wasn't overly big. I was just the right size for me, and I'm standing about 5'5", 5'8", something like that. And this lady's got the most beautiful smile, and she's absolutely so full of fun and life. And but she was also the um, matriarch of the family, so this would have been a nana or a grandma. Okay, and she's talking about having a big family, not her herself, but she came from a big family, and they're scattered all over the world. Okay, she's she's not giving me her name, unfortunately, but she is saying that somebody has. All right, sweetheart. Some so yeah, take some to can't take military tap, but not police. William is dad. CRP. Okay, Deb, just bear with me a second. Let me deal with this lady, and I'll come back to you, sweetheart. Okay. Um, right. This lady who's in spirit just wants to let her family know that she's absolutely fine because questions are being asked. She hasn't been in spirit very long. Recent for me is up to 5 years, and she didn't like being ill. She didn't want to be waited on, and I've got problems in the tummy area. Uh, okay, all right, sweetheart. She's given me birthdays in March and again round about June time, and an anniversary of a passing this month in November. And there's also a birthday roundabout now because she's singing happy birthday, and she's got the whistle in her mouth, and she's actually she's dancing, bless her, and she's all dressed up, and she's really having a good time. And she was a little bit saucy, this lady, as well, but only with her close friends and with the right people. And whoever this lady is with, I'm coming at Christmas. I'm coming to see you at Christmas. So set a place for me, because she really did love her family. She was really, really into her family in a big, big way. And she just wants to get the message across. I love you all. But there is, right, Jennifer. Okay, right. Okay then, right. Let me see if I can get her narrowed down a little bit. Right. This lady would sing, and she would have this cough sometimes as well. I don't know if that was a smoker, but she's bringing a smoker in, or somebody who used to smoke. And she's just, but she's, I've been healed. I'm all right now, but I did not like being ill. So this lady became ill, and she went down quite quickly. It wasn't years, it was a matter of weeks from diagnosis to her passing. Okay. um she she's given me the name of Mary. I don't know if that's her name or if that's a family name or a friend, but she's given me the name of Mary. And she's all right, sweetheart. Somebody in the family has been sending prayers up and asking questions, and whoever this is for, then she's actually saying, I'm here. And she comes to see you. So you have felt the presence of this lady around you. Okay. She had lovely hair, this lady. Lovely hair. It was nice and wavy. And it's sort of um, just on her shoulders, but then she had it cut short. Mary, it's your mum. Right. Okay. All right, my love. Thank you very much. She's so you understand everything that I've said. Um, She's wanting to say, sweetheart, that she loves you all very, very much, and she is going to come and see you all at Christmas. So you might feel her presence there, sweetheart. um, I don't. I know she used to sing, but I don't think it was professional. It was more sort of when she was out and about and when everybody was having a good time. She was a very, very popular lady, and she had a lot of friends, and she also had a lot of respect. Oh, you cut her hair. Well, she was showing me that it was all cut and nice, and she's giving you a big thumbs up, sweetheart. Okay, and the personal message that she's got for you, sweetheart, is enjoy your life and be happy. That's all I want for you, to enjoy your life and be happy and look after yourself. Okay. The only other thing that she's given me is that she's got either hospital or doctor appointments coming up, and somebody's got to have a blood test. Yes, that's what she's told me, sweetheart, that she rapidly declined. It was just a matter of weeks, that's all. She didn't know what was wrong, and then suddenly she just went down all of a sudden. But she, excuse me, she just wants to say thank you for what you did for her, sweetheart. So the family must have rallied round her and helped her out when she needed it most, and she's forever grateful for that. And she loves you all dearly. I'm going to say good night and God bless, darling, and thank you so much for working with me. Excuse me. Deb, can I come back to you, please, with this military gentleman? Is just step forward again. Take military tap, but not police. No, nothing to do with the... Oh, I see, the military police. Right, okay. Right, okay, I can work with this, Deb. Right, so you can understand the chap in the military, but he was not in the military police, okay? He must have had some sort of red uniform on then, because he's showing me red, and isn't that the guards or something, as I recall? Now, and he's just wanting to be remembered to you, Deb, that's all, and he wants to be remembered to the family, and he wants to be remembered. Ah, right. You're retired police. That fits. That's lovely. Thank you for that confirmation, sweetheart. Because he lumped the two together. He put the military, and then he put the red cap for the police. So that's where I've got the two together. Apologies for getting them mixed up, but if you was police, then that's lovely. Mum suffered quite a lot with her chest and that, because she's making me feel as though I can't breathe properly. I don't know if she had oxygen. If she didn't have, she should have had, because it got slightly worse towards the end. And as the days went on, it got worse and worse, didn't it, for her, bless her? But she's just wanting to bring all her love to you, Deb. And she's wanting to say that he wants to say, I'm okay now. I'm all right now, and we're all together. So they're not on their own, Deb. They're all together, and they're they're having a party at Christmas. He's telling me, but he's also saying that there is a birthday roundabout now, because and he's giving you a beautiful bouquet of carnations, sweetheart. All the different colours, but he's putting a lot of red in there to give you some strength, sweetheart. So I don't know if you're a little bit under the weather, but he's giving you the strength, and is going to come around you with a healing blanket, Duck. All right. He's also saying that he misses you. He misses the laugh that you used to have together and everything that went with it. He just misses everything. And you can also take me the person who was the reader as well, because he's given me books here. Right. Okay, darling. Thank you very much, sweetheart. He's giving me lots and lots of books here. So I don't know if that's the reader, but I'm getting somebody who's researching. So I don't know if there's somebody around you in college or university, but he's giving you all these beautiful things. He's giving you his love, his blessings, and he's just wanting to put his arms around you and give you a great big hug, Debs. Okay, I'm going to come and see you soon. I'm going to come and see you soon, sweetheart. So I'm going to leave all that with you, darling, and say good night and God bless, and thank you so much for working with me, baby. Okay? Right. Okay. Right. Thank you, Paige. Well, keep listening because you might get a message of your own, sweetheart. Okay. Right. I've got. Ed, can you pass me a tissue out of the box, please? I've got another. Oh, it's your daughter. Right. Oh, yes, definitely. Right. Okay. I've got another lady that stands with me. Thank you, darling. I've got another lady that stands with me. Right. All right. This is a younger lady, a younger energy. Uh, right. Okay. All right, sweetheart. Okay. I've got a younger lady that passed to spirit, and uh, it was unexpected. Uh, she. This was a quick passing. This was a lady who passed very quickly. It was like turning a light out. 1 minute she was here, the next minute she wasn't here, and it's just like closing the door, and it was a shock to the family. And it's all right, sweetheart. What she's saying is she's got to. There's somebody down here who is still grieving for this younger lady. I don't know if she left her husband and children, or right, Susie, your mum passed quickly. Right, just a minute, my sweethearts. Right, okay. Right, okay. I left children. I left my children. They had to carry on without me, and it. Yeah. Yes, I'm drawn to you, Susie. Uh, just let me get it right in my head, sweetheart. There must be something going on around you, sweetheart, at the moment, because what she's saying is, I don't know if it's confusion or I don't know if it's these things that's happening, but some things around you are not right at the moment, darling, because I'm picking up. She's very anxious about you. She's not upset, and she's not. It's not nothing bad, but she's just anxious about a situation around you at the moment. If you would understand that, please, darling. And what she's saying is you can always talk to her if you want to. She's there. She's been healed. She's fine now. And she's always there. She has been to see you, sweetheart. I don't know if you felt her presence, but she has been to see you because she's seen your tears, sweetheart, and she knows that you're still very upset about this. Okay. I wish I didn't have to go. I wish I could have stayed, but it was my time. It was my time to leave. She's trying to look after you from spirit, but she wants you to talk to her, sweetheart. Even though you might not hear her voice, she will hear you, and she will show you in her way. Oh, bless you. So it's still raw and new. Time's a great healer, darling. I always say there's always a beginning with grief, but there's never an end. And so sorry for your loss, darling, losing them so close together. But you're a strong lady, she's telling me. You are a very strong young lady, and you will get through this. But know she's there. Know she's there helping you, looking for you, and waiting to help you if you need her. She's coming round you at the moment to give you some comfort, sweetheart, because she knows that you need her. Okay. Can you take me the headaches, please? Because I'm getting headaches, and I don't know if that's because you need some new glasses or if it's another reason. But she's talking about an eye test for you, and will you please take care of yourself and have some proper food and stop snacking, because you're only eating bits and pieces. You're not having proper meals, and because of that, your energy levels are going down, darling. Okay, so please just go with it and just try and eat a little bit more, and just remember, I want you to remember me as I was. I want you to remember me as I was. Okay, if that makes sense. And in time, the grief will get a little easier, but you'll never forget me. I'm always here for you. Okay. Um, and I have a problem with my eyes as well, sweetheart. And I can see on the picture you wear glasses, so I don't know if that's an eye test for you or something else. But I know that Mum left you a lot of things, and I know that you've had a little bit of a time going through them and sorting everything out. But she's tried to help you in her own way. All right, my darling. And I've got to give you some red roses from this lady, sweetheart, to give you strength. And I've also got some love and a pink and white in there for love and affection as well. And she says she loves you dearly and she just wants to give you a great big hug and a kiss. So if you feel arms around you one night, or if you feel a touch on your face like this or on your arm and you think it's a fly or a spider, it's not. It'll be Mum touching you, letting you know that she's with you. All right, Susie, and I'm going to leave that with you, darling, with all her love, and she's going to come and see you again soon, sweetheart. All right, good night and God bless. Thank you for working with me. Right, okay, where are we going now? All right, I've got an elderly lady coming forward, and this lady would be either an auntie or a grandma, and she would have had a big faith. She would have had a big Christian faith, and she would have been uh, yeah, she would have been deeply religious, and everything she did was for her church. And she went to church on Sundays, and when it got to a stage where she couldn't get to church, hello New Zealand, then the minister would have come into her home to see her, but she didn't stay at home. She had to be moved into either a nursing home or somewhere where she could be looked after properly, because towards the end she couldn't look after herself and she was a danger to herself on her own. Okay, so she's talking about the Bible, the family Bible, and she's also talking about a prayer book. And I've got a strong I've got a strong connection to the Salvation Army as well. She did a lot, and she was always out on poppy days and on days like always doing things for the church or for good causes. Okay, she's all right, sweetheart, and she's got a dog with her, or dogs. They're not big dogs, and these were dogs that are not necessarily hers, but they were in the family. And she's right, okay, Garth. She lived with her son at her son. Right, okay, that's wonderful. Thank you. Can you take me the dogs, please, or dog? She's got with her. I'm not saying they're hers, but in the family. And also, she's got a younger energy with her that went back to spirit from the womb, so didn't touch the earth plane. And this little one is growing up in spirit, and she's got that child with her as well. Um, she just wants to say, wow, that's a big family on that pic. She lost her dog, right? Well, she's got the dog with her, sweetheart. That's not a problem. What a lovely family that picture is. It's absolutely beautiful. And she's saying that as well as having this beautiful picture with all the family on here, there's a lot of family in spirit as well. And she's talking about all different ages where people have left and gone home to spirit, but also there's a big family connection down on earth plane as well. She's given me the names of Michael, and she's also given me a name of, what's that one? Joseph or Joe. And she's also given me Sam or Samuel, or is it Samantha? Right. And there must be twins in the family. If it's not twins, it's two that was born very close together, and she's given me two wedding rings. So I don't know if she was married twice or if she married and then she had mum's wedding ring. Right. Okay. Thank you very much, sweetheart. That's lovely evidence. Thank you. She is giving me a gentleman's watch, Garth. She's putting it on my wrist, and this watch, gentleman's watch, stopped at a certain time. I don't know if this was her passing or if it was a gentleman's passing, but it stopped at a certain time, and she's asking about that, and she's talking about the pearls that she used to wear as well. I've got a double string of pearls, and I've got pearl earrings that she's putting in my ears, and there's the twins. Right, okay. She's making me smile because one of the twins was really outgoing and the other one was really a bit timid. And your right, that's wonderful. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm just keep asking for evidence while I'm talking to her. And the last thing that she's giving me before she's leaving me is I've got a heart-shaped locket, and it opens, and inside there's a picture of a man and a woman. Now I don't know if this was her mum and dad, or if it was her and her husband, or two of the children. I don't know because I can't see the pictures. I just know that I've got this heart-shaped locket. It's gold, and it's got a pattern on the front, and it opens, and there's two little pictures inside. Okay, and I'm going to leave that. Oh, right, go on then. Right, when it comes to Christmas time, Garth, pour her a sherry. She just wants you to pour her a sherry for Christmas, and then she knows that she hasn't been forgotten. And you have some wonderful pictures of this lady. She's not telling me anything about your life, sweetheart, but she is watching over you. And it's important that you know that because she says that she was very close to you, sweetheart. So she's just giving me the praying hands, and she's just saying, I'm watching over him, and all she'll tell me is, you're doing okay, you're doing fine. All right, sweetheart. She's not telling me anything else. I'm not going to make it up. I don't do that. Okay, but just know that she has all that love for you, sweetheart, and all the family, and she misses you all dearly, but she does watch you from spirit. Okay, and I'm going to leave all that with you with all her love. God bless you, Garth. Thank you for working with me. Right. Okay. I've got a gentleman coming in thick and fast tonight. That's okay, though. Yeah, I like this, though. Right. I've got an elderly. You're very welcome. God bless you and your family too, Garth. Um, I'll see what I can do, Lorraine, but I can only come when whoever I get. I can't ask them to come. Okay, come on then. I've got an elderly gentleman coming in, and this elderly gentleman was very sprightly. He was an ice age. I was an ice age when I left to come home to spirit. Um, I was a widower. I wasn't very tall, but I was very slim, and I like to have a laugh, but I was also a gentleman, and I was always very smart. Now this, all right, sweetheart. He's saying that he was a granddad. This was a granddad, and he's just saying that he actually wants to give somebody a great big hug. I liked walking, and I liked having my dogs around me. So I know he was a dog man. I can smell the dogs and see them. And he had quite a few dogs in his lifetime from being a child. Um, he's He's talking about the name of Eric, and he's also giving me Charles or Charlie, and he's giving me the old name of Albert. Albert would have been either his dad or his uncle, but they were very close. And he's just coming. You think this could be your pup? Okay, sweetheart, let me see what I can get. He liked his dog racing, and he liked his horse racing as well, but he was more into looking after the animals. Yes, he was quite an elderly gentleman when he passed. He's not actually telling me, but I know that he wasn't a young energy. He's not a young energy. He let me see. Come on then. Tell me. Right. He he wore a flat cap. He wore a flat cap. Right. You can take Eric, Rebecca. Right. Okay. I've got a flat cap, and in later years, when I wasn't as sprightly as I used to be, I walked with a stick, and sometimes I had to have a walker. But I was still very active right up until I got ill. I don't know if it was this gentleman, but he's talking about a heart condition. If it's not with him or somebody in spirit, it's somebody down here that has a heart condition. And I'm also struggling to breathe. So I've got, I feel as though my lungs are blocked. I feel as though I've got blocked lungs. I've also got, it's talking about somebody spirit side who passed with a cancer type condition as well. And I've got arthritis in my hands, but at the age that I was, I couldn't do anything. The strength in my hands went. I was also a big gardener. He's talking about his children and grandchildren down here, and there's been new ones born since he's been in spirit that he knows about, but he's not telling me how many. And he's also, bless him, he's in the kennels with the dogs. He's got all these beautiful dogs around him, and he's okay, sweetheart. I loved each and every one of you. I loved all of you, and I loved each and every one of you. And he's so proud. He's so proud of your family and his family, and he's so proud how you've all turned out. You've all done well. He's saying you've all done well because he watches you from spirit, and he does come to see you now and again when he can. And he's bringing a lady in, so this would have been his wife, because he's holding her by the hand, and this lady is quite tiny, quite petite, and she's got one of those big wraparound aprons on that they used to have in those days. I want to be out in the garden, so I don't know if he was a gardener or if somebody else around him was a gardener, but I want to be out in the garden. Okay. And I've got a birthday round about August time, and I've also got a passing in October, and I've got another birthday December. He was a builder by trade. That would explain why he keeps wiping his hands, because he's making me do this and I never do this. So he's getting the dust off his hands. He worked hard for what he had, and some of the family members have got their work ethic. He's also talking about Australia, so somebody in the family emigrated. Okay. Anything else, darling? Right. Just I love you all. I love you all, and thank you for being my family, and thank you for helping me and looking after me. And I'm going to leave all his love with you, sweetheart. Good night. God bless. Thank you for working with me. Now I've got a younger energy coming in. Okay, sweetheart, come on. Right, I've got a younger energy coming in. And this younger energy, I can't see him, so I can't describe. But what I can say is that, come on, sweetheart, talk to me. Right. Okay. I've got a younger gentleman here. Not, I say younger gentleman. He's not very old, but I wouldn't put him past 30. I would say he's more in between 18 and 30, somewhere in that area. And he, all right, sweetheart. He, it wasn't my fault, he's saying. Now, I don't know if this was an accident that he was in and he went to spirit, or if this young man was into alternative means. And I'm getting depression. I'm getting depression from this gentleman. Right, your brother got killed at 18. All right, sweetheart. Right, okay. He's making me feel as though, right, okay. Right, just let me see if I can get it right in my head. What I've got to listen to what he's telling me. Right. I went to spirit through an accident and it wasn't my fault. One minute I was there, the next minute I was spirit side, and I didn't know where I was confused, because he could see himself laid on the ground, but he didn't realize where he was. It took him a while to get used to it. Right, okay, I've only got one here, Jade. I've only got one gentleman. He's not giving me a name. He doesn't. Who's it? Oh my goodness. Oh, Jessica. Right, okay. Right. I'll try and describe him. He's stood to one side, but I will try and describe him so that we know who he is. Right. He had a lovely smile. He had a great personality, and he had beautiful eyes. And he was a very intelligent young man, and he did love his friends and his family, and but he did silly things. And he said a lot of the things I did, I was silly and I was a little bit stupid, but I was young, which I can understand. But some things he did were not right. They just didn't seem right, and it got him into a little bit of trouble, if you understand. And he's just saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do what I did. But nobody and nothing could have stopped him doing what he did. And this could not have been stopped. No, don't blame myself. Don't blame yourselves. It was my decision. I did it. So I don't know if somebody's feeling guilty. And I don't know if I can't get over his eyes. It's just, his eyes are so beautiful. They're very expressive. He was a lovely soul. He is a lovely soul. And he misses everything and everybody and misses being with his family. But he walks the spirit world with his spirit family. But he does come to see you, Jessica. He does come to see you very often. And you know when he's around you, because you can feel him, because you two are very close. Very, very close. And I know that you was devastated when he passed, because he's telling me. And some of those things that's been said and done in the family you haven't been able to get them back, and there's still some things going on that need sorting out. He knows because he's watching and he's seeing, sweetheart. and he's just saying how much he misses you and how much he loves you. Okay, and but rest easy, because yes, yeah, he was. He had a beautiful soul. He had a beautiful soul. Uh, he just wants to say that he's always with you. He's always in your heart, and you'll never forget him, sweetheart. Okay, and I know that he knows, and I know that you still cry for him. Okay, but now they're more turning to tears of happiness, because you can remember the happy times you had with him growing up, and all those memories and all those photos. He wants you to get the photos out and have a walk down memory lane. I, I knew there was an Irish connection, because he's just given me the shamrock and the leprechaun. So I knew that there was an Irish connection somewhere. So, but he's making me do this with my hands, and I never do this. And he's just saying, I'm fine. He wants you to know that he's fine, and he's heard your prayers, sweetheart. He's heard all your prayers. All right. And he's just saying, if you can go back to Ireland and see the family, please go, because he'll be walking with you. Okay. And I'm going to leave all his love with you, Jessica. God bless you, and thank you for working with me.
We're going to a commercial break now.
Okay, sweetheart.
Just let people know we're back in 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh, we're just going. We're just going for a commercial break. We will be back in 2 minutes.
Join us at the Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre for a captivating mediumship demonstration on Saturday, the 11th November from 7:30 p.m. Experience an evening of connection with the spiritual realms, featuring the talents of Bill Hughes, David Hale, and Caroline Johnson. For more information and to book tickets, please visit bognorspiritualistcentre.co.uk.
The SPTV Divine Guidance Oracle Pack, a unique blend of inspiration and artistic beauty. Our captivating set of 78 cards combines the power of ancient archetypes, celestial guidance, and the essence of life itself to provide you with a unique tool for self-discovery, clarity, and transformation, all lovingly housed within an exclusive rigid box. The pack includes a booklet that delves into every card in detail, some of which carry dual meanings for deeper interpretation. The booklet also features 8 distinctive card spread layouts. Among these treasures, you'll discover 22 major arcana, 9 main archangels, 4 elements, and 40 life cards, each a work of art, radiating beauty and delivering profound messages that resonate deeply within your being. The SPTV Divine Guidance Pack, where beauty meets enlightenment. Pre-order today and unlock the extraordinary wisdom that awaits you. To be among the pioneers in experiencing our forthcoming collection and to reserve your pack in advance, as well as to access more details, including a sample audio description, kindly visit sptv.uk/cards. Being inspired to draw spirit, Emily Baker hosts her own mediumship and psychic art show from 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Thank you, Richard. Okay, I'm back for a little while longer. Right. Okay, let me see where I'm going now. Okay. I've got a lovely lady that's coming in for me. And this lady would have been a grandma or an auntie or a great auntie. She's quite slightly built, but she's just and she was full of life, but she didn't like strangers. She liked her own family around her. She had a few close friends, but not many. And she was always putting the kettle on. She was one of those ladies that she was one of those ladies that would actually come on, come round, open the door and say, "Come in, we'll have a chat, we'll put the kettle on," because everybody went to her for advice, but she always kept their secrets. And if anybody else was in the house and somebody came, whoever was in the house had to go out or go into a different room or something, because she kept everything secret. She was a little bit of doing what I do, but this was in the days when it had to be behind closed doors, okay, like my grandma did. She was a lovely, lovely lady, and she's just saying, yes, I was a medium. Okay, so this lady was a medium, but her family was also around. Okay, right. She's saying that. Come on then, darling. I'm strange to her, so she's been a little bit shy with me. It's okay. We'll get through it. Come on. I loved going for my walks when I could, and I loved having my scarves. So she would have had a collection of scarves, and she didn't have a lot of jewelry, but she had a few nice, good pieces. But in those days, there wasn't the money for jewelry, but there was a couple of bits that she kept that belonged in the family. So whoever's got these bits, they've got them from this lady. I didn't have any brothers and sisters. I was an only child. I was an only child. And I like to go around the shops, even though I couldn't afford to buy anything. It sounds like your nan, Maxine. Okay, sweetheart. I couldn't afford to buy anything out the shops because it was too expensive, but I did like to go and window shop, and sometimes I used to go in Woolworths as it was then, and have a look round and see all the nice things, because especially on a cold day, because it was warmer inside. I liked my home spotless. I didn't like any mess. And I like my cup of tea out of a proper cup and saucer, not out of a mug. She's giving me the name of Ruby, but she's also giving me Ruby on a ring as the stone. And I've got a handbag. I've got a handbag, and it's one of those. It's not yours. That's fine, Maxine. Thank you for being honest. I've got one of those handbags that you had on your arm. So we're going back to the 30s, 40s with this. And she never went out without a hat on. But she was very sprightly. She was very smart. And I worked for a long, long time. And I worked hard for what I had. She's given me the name of Emily, but I don't know if that's her name. But Emily's come down through the family, the name Emily. And she's also given me Arthur as well. Right. Okay, my love. Thank you very much. She was a lovely lady. She really was. She's a lovely energy to work with. She was very quiet, very quietly spoken. But if you upset her, you knew about it, because she'd just give you that look. So she didn't work. Right. Okay. Might not be for you then, sweetheart, because this lady said that she was working. She did some jobs. Whether she was working at home or doing a mediumship, I don't know. Right. Somebody whistled. Somebody in the family actually whistled a lot, especially when they were sort of doing things pottering about in the shed. This was a gentleman around this lady that would whistle and go down to the shed or work in the garden or something. But they were very close. Right. Okay. Mum was clairvoyant. Her mum was Emily, and her middle name was Emiki. Right. Okay. That's unusual. Right. Yes, I think she does. Yeah. Right, okay. Right, well, can you take everything else, Gail? Because she's such a lovely lady, and she was everybody's friend. She wouldn't hurt a fly, this lady, but she would soon tell you off if you upset her. But she's coming just to say that somebody, all right, sweetheart, somebody around you has got a few small problems at the moment that need sorting out. They've got something to say to somebody and they're reluctant to say it. It needs to be said, sweetheart. So don't worry about it. Just say it and get that heaviness off your shoulders, okay? Because it's dragging you down a little bit. All right, you understand what I mean. This lady is also saying that she liked to have the radio on sometimes. No, she didn't lose her temper. She wasn't one of those people. She always kept calm, and she didn't really raise her voice either. She wasn't one of those people. She just took everything in a stride and got on with everything, and she never bothered anybody else if to like borrow a cup of sugar or anything. If she didn't have it, she would go without. She was very proud and very, very smart, and somebody's got something of hers still. It's only something small, but something's got. Oh, you've got her ring, that's fine. But there's something else somewhere that somebody's got. Okay, but she was very proud of her family, and she, like I say, she was a matriarch. And I didn't drink a lot, but I did like a glass of port at Christmas, which is, you can have that. Right, okay. She used to see people in her house, and sometimes, occasionally, she'd have a little seance, but not very often because of the authorities as it was then. Okay. And she's just saying, keep on going the way you're going because you're doing all right. You're doing all right, and I'm with you because you are a lot like her, sweetheart. Okay. You are a lot like her in your ways, like she was in her ways. And I'm going to leave all that love with you, darling. God bless you. Thank you for working with me. Right. Okay. Oh, right. I've got somebody here that likes birds or liked birds when they was here. And it's not just it's all sorts of birds. So I don't know if they were worked with birds or if there was I was a member of the RSPB. So something to do with birds. I'm looking at an aviary here, so I've got birds in an aviary, and I used to help with injured birds, and I had a pigeon loft. So racing pigeons as well. I had racing pigeons, and oh, what's that you're giving me? Oh, right, okay. I was a little bit of a poacher as well, and I never got caught, thankfully. I used to tickle salmon, and I used to go out on the land and catch rabbits and hares and stuff like that. But I didn't get caught. They tried to catch me, but I was too swift on my feet. Lovely personality this gentleman's got, because he's laughing and about it, and he's got lovely twinkly eyes, and he's got this beautiful smile on his face. Right, okay, and he's making me smile because he used to like to tell jokes, but very often they were bad ones. So he's saying that himself. He tried to be the Joker, but he couldn't quite get there. Bless him. But he did like to have a laugh. And I've got somebody smoking a pipe. I don't know if it's him or if it's somebody around him, but I've been smoking a pipe. And I've also got, oh gosh, what's that? Right. I've got some old money, some old half a crowns and sixpences and threepenny bits. So somebody must have a tin or a box of these sort of things somewhere in the house, because I've got old florins and all sorts in there. And oh dear. I've got to go to Scotland. They're singing me the Skyboat song, so I've got to go to Scotland. So I don't know if somebody in the family was Scottish or there was a Scottish connection by marriage, but I've got to go to Scotland because I've got a kilt on and I'm wearing the sporran. So this, whoever this is, they have a Scottish connection because they've put a kilt and a sporran on them. Okay, and I've got a problem in my throat area. I can't swallow properly, and my Adam's apple's all swollen up and that, so I know that I had a problem swallowing. And they couldn't find out what was wrong with me. And I'm very sore and I'm very dry. It's like I've got nothing there and I'm just sort of trying to get things right in my head and I can't do it. Your dad did, right? Okay, sweetheart. Towards the end, I could only have liquids because I couldn't swallow solid food, if that makes sense to you. And I had trouble walking. They're making my legs go cold, so I know I had a problem with my legs. I don't know if it was swelling or pain, but I know that I had the use of a wheelchair before the end of my life because I couldn't walk properly. It's like my legs wouldn't weight bear. And I've also got very cold hands as well. I felt the cold more as I got older. But while I could, I went out with my dogs. Oh dear, right, okay, sweetheart. That would explain a lot, darling. Okay. Well, he just wants you to let you know that he's all right now, sweetheart, and he's back to how he used to be. And he's not, he just wanted to let you know because it's important that you know that, darling, all right? So I'm just going to say good night and God bless, and thank you so much for working with me. Okay. Well, I have been called to time, so I will say good night and God bless. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Please stay safe, everyone. And until we meet again, God bless. May a guardian angel walk with you. Emily who? Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, you have a lady called Emily Baker coming on for you. Pardon? Doing art? Doing psychic art. I beg your pardon. Yes, Emily Baker tomorrow night at 6 o'clock doing psychic art for you. So enjoy. Good night, everybody. God bless.